I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. For the day done, you are gonna love over yourself.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Yes, greetings, good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This is your host. My name is Man. I want to say a big welcome to all our subscribers and our viewers this morning as you join the show. Thank you so much for joining as we do an interview with Lebert Halliman, one of the legendary coaches at the junior level in Jamaica, both at the senior level and also in high school football. He's going to be here with us, sharing with us his thoughts on schoolboy football from his days of coaching and the junior setup during his time up until now, and give us his perspective in terms of what football in Jamaica should do, can do to be a better product and produce greater results. But before we get into all of that, again, thank you for joining. Remember to hit the like button when you come on, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. Also, share the content so others can know who we are and what we are doing. I have a few things we want to do before we get into all of that, though. Number one, I want to big up our sponsors. Trick Nick. Trick Nick is a Jamaican owned and operated company in Canada, and they use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products. And they're offering 25% discount on all their products. All you have to do is shop at www.tricknick.ca and use the code, one word, I am sure sports 001, and you will get your 25% discount. They also have a whole lot of goodies that they're giving away when you purchase there now. So go ahead and give them some support as they support the platform. As you know, we don't generate income from the platform, at least not now, because we want to ensure that when we have the legends on, we don't use this as a means of generating income. We don't need it, honestly. And so we're doing it because we believe that these former players and coaches and persons involved in football, there needs to be some acknowledgement for what they have accomplished, and that is our purpose for doing all of this. Not for increase our earning power, nothing like that. All right. In fact, As I share that, right after this video, I'm going to have Michael Tolo on, and Michael Tolo is part of the Unsung Ones, and they are a group of former footballers, including Anthony Carbet and a few more. Also in there is Denden Hutchinson, Dennis Hutchinson, that is Samba is also in that as well. Uh, Also, a part of that is Neville Oxford, Jumpy Harris, all of these guys. And what they do, they put together their own resources to help players who are in financial difficulties and are fallen in hard times. And he's going to come on to share with you how you can give directly towards that as they plan to help players during the festive season. We want the funds to be channeled. In fact, they have given us account numbers, but I want them to come on and speak directly uh, to that. All right. So he's going to come on and he's going to speak about that later today. We also have at 7 p.m. this evening Mr. Vin Blaine, the newly appointed coach for the senior reggae girls. He will be on the platform this evening speaking with us, but he's also instrumental in the Harborview Football Club, and he's going to share that journey with us. All right, just out for just a bit of correction. This morning we released a video speaking about players that have been called up or will be in the provisional squad for the friendly against Peru in January, and we said that Jordan Fletcher of Mount Pleasant is at Bethlehem Steel. He is on trial. He left Jamaica on Monday to go to Egypt. He has two clubs that he's going to be on trial at. And our understanding is that one of those clubs has the name Bethlehem in it. All right. He has not signed with a club, but the hope is that he will sign. He's still owned by Mount Pleasant. And so whatever happens, a deal must be agreed between both teams. Uh, in yesterday's the Costa Cup action, Stets and Garvey Masaya played to a 2-2 draw. Clarendon College got the better of Manchester. Cornwall got the better of McGrath. And yeah, from what how it looks, Frome also got the better of St. Thomas Technical. So interesting set of games left in the DaCosta Cup to determine who will go through to the semifinals. All right. So thank you so much again. And think I've spoken too much for too long. And I want to invite to join us now. Many of you know him. I mean, so many footballers that I've talked to, former footballers who mentioned this coach and speaks about his approach to football and the things that he has accomplished as a coach. We get to hear from him this morning. I know if you know Ryan LFC, he would have coached Ryan LFC. That's Ryan, the goalkeeper, when he would have been at Excelsior. So we are going to find out how good a goalkeeper Ryan was. They call him Rima man. You understand me? He always talk about how good a goalkeeper he is. We're going to see if he's a good goalkeeper. Um, you also would see Coach Karumi Huey always on the platforms. He would have worked closely with this man. He's none other than Mr. Lebert Halliman. So let's welcome him to the platform. Mr. Halliman, good morning. Greetings and salutation to you.
Thank you. Good morning to you and all the listeners and
All is well?
viewers. Yes, sun is shining.
To the rescue. All right, wonderful. So good to have you. First, let me take the opportunity to say a big thank you to you for making time to have this interview with me. I know you're a very busy man, being a football lover, passionate football lover, and also a businessman, a family man. And it's a festive season, so I am very very delighted that in the midst of all of this, you have made some time so we can do this interview because so many persons have been longing to hear from you. They say you really do interviews. So I'm very privileged that I get the opportunity to do this.
Okay, sir.
All right. So, as usual, we want to ask you, how did you get involved in football? Why not horse racing? Why not track and field? Why not cricket that would have been what I mean, the most dominant Caribbean sport probably in your early years. Football would have been cricket would have been the thing with all the great West Indies team. How did you get in football with all the cricketing and the track and field around you?
Well, you start off on the wrong footing because my first love is racehorse, Sports of Kings. And I would say when I started out at cricket, play a little coals and sunlight at Excelsior. But my first love is racing. And I got to move to football because there's one person, and I don't think you really know him. His name. I used to go to the track on every Saturday, and at early morning exercise, that came on a spark. And when I started working at Jamaica Frozen Foods, it's on the near to the wharf, I used to get a ride to track from Jack Massop. And Celia, Skip, Gentle Giant was like my father when I was working on the waterfront because there were a lot of rude boys at the wharf. And he took me under his wing as a young fellow. And while I was going to races, one day I said, I want to start training horses. And Jack said, my son, that is for rich people. You better try another sports. At that time, I was going to Tivoli and Nicky was the coach, and I tried to play, but it was not my thing. So, listening to Jack and my boss, Selvin Campbell at Jamaica Frozen Foods, was a Clarendon College old boy. And he used to ask me to look about a lot of things for the Clarendon College team, which was a 76 team. So from there, I got involved through Winston Chung for my good friend. And then I started to go to Clarendon College games late 76, about 3 or 4 games. But 77, I got involved, trying to learn the job. And trust me, I leave the racing for a while because at Clarendon College, you had some of the greatest players. Lenny Hyde, Tenden Hutchinson, Duke Cherry, O'Neill Russell, Little Mikey, Lynn Valaya, name them, Pride Duncan. So from there, I got the start. I never turned back.
Okay, so in 1997 you connected, 1976 you connected with Winston Chung Fo
Yes.
at Clarendon College. I mean, what age were you at this time? Because you said that you're at Tivoli, so you must have been a teenager.
No, in 20s.
Or you were in your 20s at this time. Okay. So it's really in terms of learning.
About 22, 23, somewhere around there.
Okay. And so this is where you kind of learn. You kind of learned a lot from Winston Chung Fo.
All the tricks in the trade.
Okay. So what was it like during those times coaching with a Winston Chung Fo at a Clarendon College that was a very successful team with all those players that you have named?
You don't get a chance to coach, You have to sit and look. Because you had Clive Fagan, Kingsley Bora Singh. There was a lot of us. David Arton, Bogo, who died. All those were ahead of me. But I was there.
All right, so you were there. Okay, how many years did you stay there with them?
I left 79 is when I played in this. 79. Because Chungfa left in after winning, and Fagan was taking the mantle, and then Chungfa came back in 78, and then he was there for a while. He came back 79. We lost in 79.
Okay, you lost to Dintil in 79?
Yes, I think it's Dintil.
In the semi-final or the finals? The finals?
I don't remember. I can't tell you, but I know Dintil was a team.
Okay, I think that Dintil team won in 81. I don't know if they won in 79 as well. Because I know
I don't remember. I
know
know
it,
until 181 with Paul Newman.
right, and Leon Fairweather,
Yeah, Shotty Fairweather.
right, and Fife, Dennis
Yeah,
Fife, I think his name
from
was.
Greenwich Farm. Yes, I remember that team.
Yeah, that
Donovan Panton,
Donovan
Winston
Panther.
Wright.
Right, right. That was in 1981, Dintil team.
It was 81, didn't he?
But they knocked out Clarendon in 79. I didn't know that, man.
I think so. I don't remember, but I was known here much 79 because of the work,
Okay, but you were still working and learning the game at that
learning
time.
the game.
All right. So you left there, and then where did you transition to, or you just went back to work, or you still
Went
got?
back to work and start at Barbican in
Oh,
81. Barbican Football Club.
also Barbican was at the first, your first like
My first
football.
club and the club that I played for.
You actually played for them as
Yeah.
well. So you're a player coach.
No, I didn't coach. Tony Robinson was the coach.
Okay, 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 okay. So though you didn't make the Tivoli team.
I coach a youth team. I coach a youth team with Steve Wall, Lance Whitaker, Peter Rowe, Jordans,
Oh yes, because Jordan went to
Clive Reed. Clive Reed, I think
Oh
they
yeah.
went to Walker Cup with Kingston Tech in 81.
You know what? You know what? I just met Clive Reed. Clive Reed is part of that organization down in Boys Town, Trenchtown Rock. Yeah, I just met him recently.
The Clive Reed from Kingston Tech?
Yeah,
Okay.
he and Joe Downer. They have this. In, hey, life is. This is just like. Hey, this is awesome, right? The whole life just connects all of us, and we don't even know it. Just conversation just help people to understand how connected the world is, and as people we are. So you're at Barbican. You said you coach Lance Whitaker.
Yes. From
Oh,
Bigger.
huh?
Great footballer.
Lance
Great
Whitaker,
cricketer.
tell us,
Great,
tell
great
us,
cricketer.
tell us a little bit about his exploits as a footballer.
He's a German, he loves Germany. So I think it's Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. So this is why we call him Rummenigge.
Okay, didn't know
Very
that.
good player.
Think he was a
Excellent.
horse racing man. So maybe you taught him about horse racing.
No, listen, Lance used to live in Bath. Bimbo is his jockey. And
Okay,
he has all the statistics and the need of Bimbo Rodriguez. Check Lance Whitaker. He
oh,
has it.
okay. All right. So you're at Barbican as a player, and you're coaching the junior team,
Yeah.
but you're not coaching the senior team. I mean, what was that experience like? And tell us a little bit about that experience.
With the junior team,
Yeah, coaching the junior team and playing for the Barbican team.
well, after I didn't play for long because, as I tell you, I'm more focused on the coaching. So, coaching the junior team, I really enjoy coaching them. And start with that bunch of youths. Then I move on to coaching the minor league team, which consists of people like Paul Young, Peter, Peter Isaacs,
Oh,
um, Michael Frey, Mark Murray, Michael Hill was the goalkeeper. And majority of the players were from Wolmer's. But
okay.
the outstanding one was Michael Frey, Magic, and Michael Bowen from Calabar, Leon Minor, Juvenile.
They were part of the Barbican minor league team that you
All of
coached.
those, yes, all of those players.
Did you win the minor league with them?
In 1985, what lose it in the steward room. One player only he came on in the final, giving him a touch. Give him
Whoa.
15 minutes and we'll pay the consequence for that. UT.
Okay, so okay, because he probably should not have played.
Yeah, he was over age, a couple months.
Oh, whoa.
I
Because
never knew.
you never knew. The minor league was what? The minor league was what age? Under 16.
Under 17, under 16, under 17, under 17.
Yeah. So that would have been your first
We-
title as a coach.
that would be my first title.
So who got the trophy? Who did you play in the final?
We won. We beat Jonestown with Dias and all those fellas. Paul Young,
Yeah.
greatest free kicker.
Paul Young was very good at free kicks.
Paul Young, the greatest. In '86, Paul Young killed every goalkeeper in Manning Cup. From
Oh,
half line, anywhere. When you look up and say goal, you can say goal.
so in those early years, you said that Michael Frey, Paul Young were two of the best.
Michael Bowen, Leon Minot.
Okay.
You have a youth by name of Chico from Spanish Town used to play on the team too. The Crawfords that used to play for Kingston. A lot of players. Patrick Thompson and the great Marvin Chin in goal.
Oh, Marvin. So you had the stats man in goal.
Yeah, no, Marvin was a stats. I mean, it's Barbican. Marvin used to try play midfield and I'm moving into the goal.
Marvin didn't Marvin Chin, but he after that, so he started at Barbican and then he went to stats.
No, I went to Garvey Museum. I went to Garvey Museum in 1984. I was at,
Oh, go ahead.
I took Michael Frey
Yeah.
to the training at Upper Camp for the Jamaica juvenile team. Steve Buckner and Jackie Walters was the coach, and something went wrong along the line with Steve Buckner and the JFF, and he called it a day. I must say, thank you, Steve. And Jackie just said, boy, stay with me. And I never look back.
Okay, so
Don't look
Steve
back.
left and you were just right there too.
With little or no experience, Jackie Walters took me under his wings.
This is 1984.
1984. While at the juvenile, he had players from Clarendon, Merrick Morrison, Alric Thomas, Paula Quart, those. There was another fellow from Garvey Maceo. They said I should come to the country and coach. Because that was in March. April, the juvenile was going on. And he said that, come down for the summer and take over team. They took me down and I started coaching Garvey Maceo, the first schoolboy team at 1984.
Okay.
Went to the semi-final round and Cornwall put us out.
Okay. Did you take any of your Barbican players with you down there?
I took them, but they came back to town. Apparently, it was too far.
Okay.
It was too far.
So that's 84. 85, were you still at Garvey Maceo?
No, it's not easy to coach in the country that time, you know. Training at Garvey Maceo was like a match, you know. Like a lot of big crowds, dumper trucks and all those things. Milk River, Yorktown, Maypen, Imminibit. Field flattened during the evenings.
Okay.
And he had some excellent players. Chipper Blacks, Merrick Morrison, St. Patrick Cole, Richard Davis, Warren Simpson. There's a fellow named Jack Apine. I can't remember his name.
So in your first
First season, we went to the semi-final round.
and Cornwall knocked you out.
Yes, Cornwall.
Was that 2 legs or 1 leg?
One legs.
1 leg. Okay. Where was it? The game? Where was the game?
They had Stets.
Yeah. You remember how? I mean, you remember how the game went?
I think it's 2-1 we got beaten, but Mr. Buckner had a lot of influence on the game. Referee was afraid. No, them time the Gabby run the rules.
Why every time I hear anybody go up against Cornwall College in Buckner's time, I hear T3 say that he was the referee. Every time I hear that,
he was totally in charge.
Okay, all right. I'm going to give you some of the comments that are here. This is Ryan Rima, man, from a goalkeeper. So
goalkeeper from Excelsior. My son, you know.
Yes, sir. He says Lebert Halliman.
Yeah. I have a big enough.
With me at high school.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. He always talks about you. Always talking about you. Yeah, man.
But I tell him give away my cup still, you know. But I'm a son still.
when Heidel beat you?
Yes.
What about the miss that? Didn't Sanchez miss a goal too in that game?
Yeah, but I expected him. You see if him keep us in the game, I'm stop the shots if he keep us in the game.
Yeah. And then Michael Tuller said this man has contributed to a lot to Jamaica's football, but has not been given any respect. Blessing always, my brother. That's Michael Tuller. Yeah.
Yeah, well, me and Tola in the same car, you know. Because Tola tried to defend some players as a national captain. Never see what the jersey. Ask him. Ask
It's
him.
true. He shared it in his story that he was defending some players, and
Yeah,
from that time he was never called back to the
yeah.
national program again.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Tola is the best head I ever player. Heading the ball I ever see. It's like gunshot when him head.
Right. We soon get to those seniors. We'll get a couple of more. Donovan Dona says, "Morning, man. Please let I take time out and salute Sir Aliman, who have coached so many great ballers." So that's Donovan Joe Downer.
A great midfielder. Joe kick you when you're giving him problem, you know. Joe doesn't play, you know. You know that?
You say don't play.
Joe kick you out of his middle. Joe don't play. Joe don't have the time for that.
And then we have Clennon Clark talking
Oh,
about
the maestro.
the maestro, talking about the Dintil team. He said Devon Brooks was on
Yeah.
Dintil win 79 with Devon Brooks.
Yeah, man.
Dintil actually defeated Clarendon College to win. And then Ryan says again, nothing but love for you, Sir Aleman. Yeah. And then Braxton Ari.
Oh, from Portland and Kansas Spring.
Spring. Yeah, man. All right.
Excellent. Great footballer.
Yeah, man. Big
Born
up.
the wrong time.
Yeah. Delarue 98 says, big up Aleman, aka Ziggy Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was riding, I got that name.
oh, okay. And then yeah, man. So all right. So now we'll soon come back to the rest of your comments. People just keep sending them in. I will let you all as many as possible. Let you Mr. Alman respond to them. So now you did 1 year at Garvey Masia in 84.
Mm-hmm.
But at this time you were still a minor league coach at Barbican.
Yeah, I'm working at Jamaica Frozen Foods still. Remember I tell you that Jack
Right.
Master? Yeah, and we used to train at St. Andrew Tech. And one evening, Isaac Henry came across and said, I'm watching you all these years, about 2-3 years, but you're a leader. You don't want to coach St. Andrew Tech. I tell him, so I'm in the country. He said, no, man, that is too far. Come to St. Andrew Technical High School. And I took the offer in 1985.
Okay. So 85 you went to Stats. Did you bring Marvin Chin? He was already there?
No, Marvin was at Garvey.
Okay.
So I took him back to town with me.
Okay. Also, he actually stayed when you were at Garvey. He came down with you and he stayed.
Yeah, he keep as a 14 or 15-year-old that time. Marvin kept going.
Okay. So now, who else from your Barbican team would have gone over to Stats with you, or was it just Marvin Chin?
No, a lot of them. Carl Binger.
Okay, so
Mark Miller.
Yeah, all of these guys were at Barbican with you?
Yeah.
Mark Miller? Okay.
Yeah, Blacker.
Yeah, and Carl Binger.
Yeah, Milton Harris.
A lot of people don't know that Binger played centre back and was converted into centre forward later on in his career.
Yeah.
The people who saw him in the latter years would not know that he was a centre back.
Yeah, but Binger was a track star.
He was?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I tell him to play football. On Sports Day, 1986, Binger won the 100 and I think about 10-8 or 10-9 or something like that. Lead everybody in his way.
Okay. Whoa. So Mark Miller, Carl Binger, Marvin Chin.
Yes.
Who again from your Barbican team?
Milton Harris.
Milton Harris. Okay, so all of these players would have been players you worked with in a minor league team
at
at
Barbican.
Barbican, and then they came to Stats
Yes.
with you. All right, now tell us about your first year, because your first year at Stats would have been 85.
Yes, 1985.
Yeah. What
It
was that
was
like? No.
it was very difficult, and I think we lost one game. Um, we weren't that good, but I had a strong leader in Rodney, Chris Laggy, Clive Nicholson. He had some really good players around who was easy to get on with.
Uh,
The Buck, Cyrus was a reserve keeper, Milan.
Cyrus.
Yeah,
With,
Cyrus was the reserve
not
keeper.
Maurice Cyrus.
Yeah, Maurice Cyrus.
Was a reserve keeper?
Yeah,
Was a reserve keeper? Maurice Cyrus
Maurice Cyrus was a reserve goalkeeper.
in 85?
Yes.
That is interesting. I understand also from Delirious 98 that Robert Lawrence, Roderick Lawrence,
Roger Clarence, Shorty.
yeah,
Yeah, he came from
Barbican as well.
Union Guards. No, Union Guards. And
Okay.
Norman Manley. Norman Manley was a junior secondary school at that time.
Okay, so your first year, you said that you lost one game,
Yes.
and you didn't make it through to the semifinals.
No, we didn't make it through.
Okay, how difficult, because this is the first time that you're actually coaching a corporate area team. Because by these names, this is a very good crop of players, but
So,
the competition it's very, very competitive.
yeah, but when we went there, when they started, they weren't that great players. Just can't help themselves. But they develop, We had a weights trainer, Mr. Goldsmith, who was at KC, came down in the afternoon.
Okay, see, Maurice Cyrus is here now.
Yeah, man.
Him say, Halliman, me wasn't no keeper. Me not play out.
Him couldn't get no game. He was a keeper.
He said he wasn't no goalkeeper. He was playing out, man, in the 85. That's what I'm saying, surprised, because wasn't he the man instrumental in stats within? So he said that.
Cyrus, a reserve keeper, man. 86, 87, Cyrus come out of the rules.
Okay.
Wow, you know that.
Okay. So the 85 team didn't do. How competitive was Manning Cup? I mean, in this time.
Very competitive. No schools football playing in Manning Cup, Those times, serious. Big man a player.
Okay. So
Big
when
man.
you look at the game now, I mean, you believe that the kind of football player now, in comparison to back, like in this era, it is Cole's football player now.
Yeah, Coles is playing now. Serious. Coles is playing now.
Okay.
Coles. Because in that team, the 85 team, you had young players coming up like Carl Sewell. Badasu, yeah. Badasu, when he played 86, Badasu could play Coles too, Big, strong fellow. Read the game well. Very knowledgeable.
In Sewell's older brother, coach
Yeah.
Sun Spring too. Yeah.
Because he take the books, Everybody never take the books. Dean would have way behind him.
Okay.
But Dean is an excellent player.
So you have Carl Sewell. Who are some of the other players coming through who would have come into the team now in 86? Because who won in 1985? Who won the Manning Cup in 1985?
KC and Russies were big teams.
Oh,
And if you remember those teams, you will know, say, what I'm saying that is these boys who are playing are Colts players.
Okay. So you said that the KC team was a big team in 1985.
Big,
You remember any of the players that were on the KC team?
Oh, Rambo, Salah Lewis, Paul White. I want to Libby Sprang play that year. They are a good team.
And then you'd have also had a good Wolmer's team, because some of your minor league players like Paul Young, they would have been at Wolmer's.
Yes.
And then Juvenile would have been at Calabar.
Calabar.
Okay, so the talent was spread out.
Spread out.
All
Spread
over.
out. Spread out.
And
Spread
then he
out.
had the Chris Dias, Arnett Garden, Charlie
Yeah.
Smith team. Because that
Eugene Williams.
yeah. Okay.
Marco Pratt. In them.
Okay. So tell us about the 86 season now, because this is 85.
Why Wendell Lee pushed down Milton Harris. I mean, that's why didn't get to beat Charlie Smith. And then the next match,
Hold on. Well, yeah, so what I mean,
two of them going for the ball.
did you come out of your zone in 86?
Yes, man. 86 we don't lose no game. We're unlucky not to play the final. Campion lay down and allow Charlie to run over them. In our zone we had Georges, Charlie Smith, and Campion.
Okay. So did you beat Georges?
I think we gave them one love from a corner play.
So you defeated in the quarterfinals, you defeated Georges.
I think we beat Campion.
You beat Campion.
And draw with Charlie Smith. I think we draw. I can't remember. Trust me. Long ago now.
But Charlie Smith came out though.
But Charlie Smith played Casey in the final. And let I give you more. You see 1986?
Yes.
Wayne Palmer was a king. Wayne Palmer played 85 too. Wayne Palmer was a king. Casey played St. Andrew Tech in the opener. We beat them 2-1.
Yeah. I heard that nobody wanted to tackle Wayne Palmer.
Trust me. Magic. It's two of them getting Headley and company and all of them, Wayne Palmer take them to school.
So how did you get knocked out? That's what I want.
We didn't lose any match. I tell you about the semi-final round with Georges, Campion, and Reno Arizona and Charlie Smith. And Charlie Smith came out of the zone and played Casey in the final. Should have we played but Casey.
So how you didn't beat Charlie Smith then? Because if you had defeated Charlie Smith.
But I told you that the goal for us to win, Milton Harris in possession, and Wendell Lee and him in some tussle for the ball, and the goal never scored. We won, man.
So you missed out. What did you do in the Walker Cup? Did you win the Walker Cup?
No, we never win the Walker Cup. Never win the Walker Cup. So we go back to the day we got knocked out, I think in December, we started training for 87.
Okay, so you started your preseason very, very early.
Yeah, because we were really upset.
Yeah, Maurice Cyrus is saying that Charlie advanced by a point or a goal difference, like
It's
one
a goal difference. It's a goal difference.
like one goal.
Yeah.
Okay. And right, and KC beat them in the final. So 86 now. This is
86.
86. So 87 now.
Cyrus moved to center forward.
So you took him out a goal and put him in
85. Yeah, even take a play a couple games 86 too. But 87, in plan to anchor it and take up the mantle.
He took up the mantle in 87 because no, you had lost Wayne Palmer, you had lost some of the players.
Yes, Wayne Palmer. Say bye-bye.
And Carl Binger had gone too.
No man, Binger playing center half. Carl Sewell now in his prime.
Okay, so
my cousin left right back, and
who is that?
And Dennis Brown at left back.
Dennis Brown
and Carl Halliman was the two wing back.
Okay.
Roger Clarence as my captain and midfielder. Milton Harris, Andrew Hart,
and then
Alvin Shaw, and Maurice Cyrus.
Okay.
Mark Miller.
Okay. So you played 4-3-3.
4-4-2.
4-4-2. That was your favorite formation?
No, they call it 3-5-2. And everybody get confused. But we know what we're doing. rotating players, and allow our wing backs. We could play with one centre half, Because I tell you, Carl Binger is 10-8. So if you play through, you go and reach. And
Okay.
Badasu ensures that nobody kick to Marvin.
Maurice Cyrus say you're playing 2-6-2.
They call it all kind 2-6-2. 6 midfielders and 2 centre forwards.
Okay, and Marvin Chin in goal.
Marvin Chin in goal.
So that's 87. So 87, how did the games go? Your first game of the season? Because just bring us through the season, 87 season.
But Cyrus start that for me, but we were drawing all the games them. We weren't scoring goals. And I think it's Trenchtown we beat and went through. We barely scraped through going through, I think it was Trenchtown.
Oh, that's the Trenchtown with Bingy Blair.
Yeah. Bingy Blair. I don't remember if Bingy
Max
Blair.
Rose and those guys, I think so.
I think so. Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
That team. David Bernard was a coach. We was going through the tunnel. Dirk said, point at me and said that you're gonna lose today. You can't say that now, Dirk Campbell, look at me. And Bernard walking together. It's not like now where these young coaches is not friends. We're good friends. And even when we're playing great rivalry, we're friends. No, it's different.
Yeah. So
can you imagine two teams going out to play now and a referee point and say to Casey, like say, Ludlow, your team is gonna win. And what do you think would happen?
Yeah, there would be problems. The referee. Yeah.
That's the problem.
So you played. You're enjoying all the games. And so how did you end up coming out of your zone? What you had to do?
I think could be Trenchtown. I don't quite remember, because it's so long. But we got through to the next round.
You got through to the next round.
Yeah.
Right. And then you remember who was in your zone in the quarterfinals this time around?
Dunoon, Camperdown. I don't quite remember who was those teams, but we reached the final, which was the most important thing.
Dunoon, Camperdown, Stats. Who else knows? Maybe I know Cyrus will remember. Who else was in your zone in 87? Let me just give you a couple of comments. Damian Hyatt says, big coach, this is goalkeeper Damian Hyatt.
Enough respect, Damian.
Yeah, man. And then Ultimate Butler says, big up Coach Halliman from Garvey Marseille.
Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie.
Freddie and Kato. I think it's them we beat,
In 87.
Super sub. Freddie was a magic in midfield.
Okay, so Charlie Smith was not in your zone this year.
No, that year Charlie wasn't in our zone.
Okay, so it was, Danoon was in there though.
Yeah.
Camperdown. You sure Camperdown was in there? Because
yeah, but we beat Camperdown.
This Camperdown team with
Adonis and Bucky them, we beat them.
Okay.
We're on fire then, From we reach that round, we're on fire. Cyrus will tell you.
Charlie Smith was in your zone?
I don't remember if Charlie Smith.
Because who you played in the final was Excelsior.
Yes, man. They gave Stivali 9 love.
Huh?
They gave Tivoli 9 love in the other zone.
Okay, hold on a minute.
And say we were gonna get 5.
Karoom Huey says this man and Jackie Walters and Dean Weatherly and Bertis Bell need to be part of the GFF technical team to help develop youth program. Understand me? Yeah. So they
you can't leave out Emerson Henry.
Yeah. So yeah,
leave out Emerson Henry.
The other zone you had Excelsior over there. You had Tivoli over there. This is
Tivoli was in our zone. Tivoli was in Excelsior zone.
Yeah, man. So that is the next zone, right? Oh. Dunoon, Camperdown, and JC was in your zone too.
Yes.
Yeah. So you came out of your zone and you meet Excelsior in this finals. Now this is the Excelsior team with Fidel Hamilton.
Definitely so.
Right, and this is a team that was supposed to beat you. They were the hot team around.
Yeah, but we know they were tired.
They were tired, or you know that they were. What made you believe that they were tired?
They play all over the place. The players play all over the place.
Okay.
No disrespect.
Oh, they were playing in other competitions.
Yeah.
So what about your stats players? They couldn't play in corner league or community league or any other competition? Or you didn't allow them to?
You can ask Blacker and Nashi.
Huh?
You can ask Blacker and Nashi.
No,
Cyrus can tell you.
no man, because they can't. So what happened? You have to tell us the story. When they come to tell us the story. So what happened? How did you manage your team? Because other players were playing in different competitions during this time,
You're
Minor
free,
league,
you're free to play, man.
you're
But you
free.
know you lose your game at St. Andrew Tech. No,
Okay.
you're free to play. Black and Nashi went and play some Bush League and they had to write lines for that.
Okay. So
In
basically,
order to come back.
in the Excelsior system, in the stat system, right? If you have a game and you go and play other games, you lose your spot in the team.
Yeah. And it's not the
So
coach. And it's not the coach why you lose your spot. And you know from day one that we focus on winning Manning Cup. You can't serve two masters one time.
okay. So how did your players take this? I mean, did they find it? Because I hear that you was very, I mean, you're a very rough coach, in terms of rules, not in terms, you understand, but in terms of rules and people.
If it is rules, the coach can't rough. You know the rules before you start play. So the
Okay.
coach can't be rough.
Man saying that what writing lines have to do with football. I mean, man said that why me have to write lines of football? Me have to play what lines have to do with football, right?
Well, you have a choice, you know. Because generally I don't know the long talking. You understand? We are sit and discuss way forward. So if you jump ship, you have to pay the penalty.
Okay, so you won the Manning Cup because you defeated Excelsior. The Excelsior players, I think they said they had some other reasons as to why they lost. I think they got six. They had some other reasons why they said
Our excuse. This reason our excuse.
yeah, you're
No,
the
no,
opponent.
no.
But as a
I know
journalist,
Cyrus will tell you, you know.
yes.
Tucker came to our training and saying that it's 3 or 4. And Cyrus telling him that it's a hard trick. And he don't believe it until this day. But I had to really give Excelsior the punch. Because I went to I request to coach a team and they said they don't know me as no coach. They know Chloe and Frank Brown. So I said, okay, no problem. Until this day, I don't know if I should be 80, but Excelsior don't like me. Even though I'm coaching them and giving them so much titles, they don't give me that respect.
Really? At
No,
Excelsior?
no, they're not giving me no respect.
Maybe
No, no, no. Let me eat me like poison.
Excelsior, but then you
Yeah,
win with Excelsior. We don't even
just yeah, man. Yeah, man. Trust me. Excelsior not give me no respect. So every time I see them, you notice every time I see Excelsior, I deal with them. Idol is nobody, don't?
Well, we don't even get to the ideal story because we soon get there. We soon get there. So before we get there, so watch this. So you won the Manning Cup. Did you win Walker Cup in '87 with this crop of players?
No. Because we're just focusing on,
Manning Cup. But you
yeah,
won the Olivier Shield against Rossies, I believe.
yeah, against Jamaica.
No, it's Rossies
Yeah,
you played against.
man. No, man, you see the Russia's team there?
With Mark Agla, Wilson, Michael Graham, Aaron Lawrence.
Listen, and
Yes.
some tough soldiers.
Yeah.
And them can play ball. Real footballer, well coached team. No joke. Trust me. Chris Gibbs,
Yes, yes.
Melod Samuels, Jim Dandy. Come on.
Shorty Malcolm.
So don't go further.
Mark Hagler Wilson, Aaron
Oh,
Lawrence.
tell you know all of them.
But your stats team got the better of them though, over 2 legs. And you want the Oliver Shield. That is your first Oliver Shield, your first
Running cup.
running cup as well. I mean,
Yes.
how did that make you feel as a coach?
Humbled. I'm glad for the players them. They really work hard under the pressure. You have to raise your hand to them.
Mm. I see Donald Bonito saying that Blacker and Nash get 30,000 lines. I must not play Bush League.
Hey, Nash laugh, you know. 'Cause, you know, Nash came on in the final and scored.
Okay.
Christopher Davis. He is a tracksman too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's my son still. All of them are my son, you know. Regardless of when business time, it's business time, but them know when it comes to defend them, I will defend them to the T.
Yeah. Right. Ryan LFC is letting you know, man. Him say, Coach, we love you, because Ryan is an Excelsior man. We love you. Everything
Yeah.
you've done.
But Ryan know that them give me a hard time, you know.
Yeah.
I'm 87. Trust me. People still carrying a stomach for me.
Okay. All right. So now that's 87, right? 88 Charlie Smith one. Were you still at Excelsior?
No, you mean stats? No.
Stats. Sorry, stats.
I hand over to my great assistant, Donald Rose.
So why did you leave? After winning Olivier Shield, why didn't you defend the title?
No, when you win, you move on.
Okay, all right. So you win and move on. You don't defend titles.
Yeah, and then I think I owe Wolmers because the Wolmers players really put me on the map in the minor league.
Okay.
So I went across to Wolmers.
You went across to Wolmers in 88.
Yes.
All right. Tell us about that 88 season at Wolmers.
A fair one. We never did so well. You know, being the first year there and trying to get to know them. But 89.
Okay, so
We didn't have 89. We I wouldn't say a great team, but well-knit team. We had Carlo Redwood, Shemayan, Gary McNaughton, Winston O'Connor, Corey Bennett, Jason Taylor, Marshawn Garfield Dyke, Steve Garwood as Bobla G, Earl Manley, Ricardo Campbell. Well, a nice crop of youth. We didn't lose any match.
Wow. Well, you didn't make it to the finals.
Didn't make it to the final.
Okay. That's the 89 season.
Yes.
Just letting you know, Cyrus is saying that it was a girl who wrote 28,000 of the lines for Nashi.
Well, apparently, she was Nashian.
And then this is, and then Donald said, this is your best assistant coach, Dickie Bird.
Yeah, Donald Rose.
Yeah. So he took over after you.
Yes. Knowledgeable Dickie Bird.
Yeah, man. And then Mockingbird says
And Michael Francis too.
Michael Francis.
Michael Francis went to Wolmers with me and then ended up as a coach and one man in cup.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Then Mockingbird says Halliman's Honda bike was his twin and equally well known as he was. Jerusalem resident saying that.
Yes. He used to ride across the bridge at the red towel.
Yeah, man.
Waterhouse was once my base, you know.
Patrick Reed is saying that big up Coach Halliman, Excelsior grateful same way, enough respect. So you see the Excelsior people love you, man. So 89, you have a good crop of players at Wolmers. You didn't do much there. So were you still coaching?
No, we just missed out. We didn't lose any match.
Okay, you just missed out on the final.
Final,
no,
yeah. Yeah, I think it's all. Charlie Smith again.
Oh, this is a Byron Earl Charlie Smith now.
Yes, and I think they play Excelsior in the final with Chris Bailey and company.
And oh, Charlie Smith won this year. Yeah, Charlie Smith with
No,
Byron.
man, Excelsior win 89, man.
No,
89, yeah. 89, Charles Smith and Byron Earl. I think they lost to Excelsior.
no, man.
Yes, man.
This is the first year that Charlie Smith won, unless they won 88. I must be mistaken, but
Ooh.
Charlie Smith won. I'm very sure that Charlie Smith won 89 with.
No, you sure it's not 88 Charlie Smith win?
Yeah, is it 88 Gilbert?
Yeah, man. I think it's done when they beat 88. Because
I know that with Eugene Williams, Byron Earl, the Denton,
no.
Lucian Anderson, that Charlie Smith 89. Oh, 89 Excelsior won.
Yeah, man.
So 88 is when Charlie Smith won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Charlie went by the final, I think 89 too.
Yeah, right. So Chris Bailey.
At that time, Charlie Smith had a lot of players.
Okay.
King Earl, as a goalkeeper, sleep in the man, Byron Earl.
Yeah, Alfred Henry here saying the coach and neighborhood you have never beaten. Good to see you.
Great Freddie. Yeah, man. You in the Avenue days, man. Great youth coach. Strict
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Coach Henry was at Calabar
No, man.
or JC?
JC.
JC.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, JC. Yeah.
And them can't manage him, because Freddie not take talk.
Yeah, Charlie won 88 and Excelsior won and beat Denon in the penalty shootout, and 89 Excelsior. Yeah, beat them in the final. There we go. All right, thank you people in the comment section. All right. Yeah, they beat Camperdown 88 and then 89 they lost. So you did after 89 did you stay at Woolmer's or did you move on?
No, you had a little ruption, They want Colts players to play money. Because you are a young team and Colts the same thing. And I never agree with that. So we part ways.
Okay, so you parted ways.
90, yeah. I just go by that.
So 1990 you didn't coach them?
No. I went. And then 91 I went on to Kingston Tech.
Oh, so you went to Kingston Tech in 91?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how did you do? What was your time at Kingston Tech like?
Boy, disaster again. Whenever the two by the first year, and then it's 92, we win Walker Cup, ready to take Manning Cup. George that year, we run every team to France. Every team. You understand? George has gone 13 straight. Ali Rose, Andy Williams, Ernie. Name them. Ali Rose is magic. One of the greatest schoolboy football, Ali Rose.
So you said that. Ali Rose, magic. Altiman Butler.
Magic.
You said Altiman Butler, magic. Wayne Palmer, magic.
Yeah, man. Those players exceptional.
Michael Freer, magic.
Yeah, Michael Bowen as bowled from Calabar. He migrated early.
Magic.
But he have the African war dance.
What is the African war dance?
Sliding foot over it for one way. Trust me. Ask anybody who know bowling. Ask Leon Milat and Paul Young.
Yeah, it's a magic.
Magic.
And when you call them magic, you mean that they are super exceptional players.
When Mikey Frey anywhere on him it drop, it pays on. He kick with both.
So you at KT and Kate. Oh, go ahead.
At KT, we mash up everybody, man. And ready to take the Manning Cup and Big Dread. In the minor league, you had a lot of fast bird surf ticket and it end up in the schools. Yeah, this Big Dread. From he was at Central Branch. He play overage. He play overage at Kingston Senior. And him come. And when I went and saw him at Kingston Tech and he played. Good player. They even doctors his younger brother birth certificate too. So it was difficult for the school to know
Fine.
when they go.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, we had to give it up. People like Leamy and Chippy and those players.
Oh, so
They do. I brought some minor league players from
and that
Barbican to
team,
do
and that
something.
team, you had Kevin Leamy and that KT team,
Yeah, it came from Barbican.
and O'Neill Chippy McDonald.
Yeah, hardest kicker of all time.
Yeah. Okay. Because Carl Roy here is asking who was your striker at KT that year.
Yeah, man. No, that year Clifton Clark and Chippy and Leamy shared.
Clifton Clark.
Yeah, Chippy and Leamy was young players just coming into the school, you know.
And see, Alfonso Henry saying that Michael Brown is in Jersey.
Michael Bowen.
Yeah, that he's in Jersey.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, man. So you said that the reason why KT though they won the Walker Cup.
Yeah, we mash up Calabar bad
Okay.
with Geddes and
Geddes Alexander.
yeah, man.
And that team that it had Tiger Reds, that Calabar team, or he wasn't there at that time.
I don't. No, Daguerre couldn't. Daguerre play with Leon Minot and
Okay.
Michael Bowen.
Okay. Was Denton Shedden in that Calabar team?
I think so.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Jati's son.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Clifton, what is Breeder Clark?
Clifton Clark, yeah, that is his name. Liddy was the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Bailey at centre. We never have no big name ball about them, could help themselves and we play as a team.
Okay. So now this is the first time you actually winning Walker Cup. And it was with KT.
Yeah.
So now you have by 92 you have one Walker Cup title, one Manning Cup title, one Olivier Shield title.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good job. So there you go. Oh, somebody said that Denton Shedden had left school already. All right. Not a problem. Not a problem. Do you know Karumi Yui, was he there with you because he said he came to KT? I don't know.
He was a student, but he never come for training.
He didn't come out for training. Was he a good footballer?
Karumi in the six, you know. At
Huh?
Excelsior. Karumi in the six at Excelsior, you know. Karumi was a ball boy behind the goal, you know. Going to Excelsior primary.
Oh, we don't get there yet. Okay, okay. Okay. All right. Somebody says KT use an overage player and Issa find out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they were telling about Big Dread.
Big Dread. All right. So now, did you stay one more year? Did you stay 93 at?
No, man, I stay at KT, man.
Okay.
We reached semi-final. Chippy score. We play with 10 men and beat Meadowbrook. 5-0. With Warlord and those people playing for me.
That is Craig White.
Yeah. Early out, Posey was the ref. Like he wanted to give Waga the game. Because he was a medieval man. Him send out fouls.
David Odd.
Yeah.
So who got red card for KT?
Fouls. And Chippy shout to me and say, Coach, me alone play center forward. 5 him score. Breads. 5 love in the national.
Chippy McDonald.
Yes, Chippy McDonald.
Hardest kick off the ball.
Hardest kick off the ball.
You mean? All right, cool.
And even 91, you know, Liddy keep the Manning Cup and walk up with one hand, you know. In training, Chippy destroy him. And he never tell me. So after him tell me, so coach, you know, it's 1.5. Keep it.
Yeah. Donald Big Bird is saying that Dickie Bird is saying that Jardine and Pedim was the center halves at KT.
Yeah, that was 79.
Okay.
That was 79. Blakey mashed them up bad. Harold Blake.
Okay. Okay.
Playing for Camper, like you mash them up bad.
Okay. So 93, you said that you went to the semifinals with
Yeah,
KT
yeah.
and you beat.
Whenever I reach
Oh,
92, 92 or 93. Yeah, 92 we were winning everything. 93 wasn't such a hot year, but we reached the semi-final round
okay. The
at
quarterfinal
94.
round.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so, all right. So that's 93. 94, what happened?
94, we reached the next round too, but by this now, Jackie hung up gloves and I was coaching the Jamaica under 17 team.
In 94.
Yeah, I was elevated to head coach of the under 17
So
team.
all of this time you were still from Buckner left, you were the assistant to Jackie Bell in all of those junior teams.
Yes. Winning Manning Cup and don't want to push Jackie out of the way. He's the boss. Now, these coaches want to push the leader out of the way. Check it, man.
Yeah.
Enough respect to Jackie Walters.
So Jackie Walters, who we did an interview with, 94 is when he stepped away from it and you
93 going to 94. And then I coach a team and win the CFU under 17.
or who were some of the persons in your first under 17 team when you were coaching them?
Oh, that is what Baby tell you about.
Yeah. The man said come there with him Anandalo hairstyle because Anandalo hairstyle are weird that time.
Yes. You're representing the national team, and I believe how you carry yourself was very important. So
what did you do to Baby Man with him hairstyle? Did you run him out of the team?
no. The players at that match in others was Zuki and Zedi. Because they came to training late and I tell them don't make them parents leave them.
Zuki?
Them drive and the rest of man coming from Jonestown and
Chris,
South.
that is Chris Zedi or Nick Zedi? Which one of the Zedi?
No, man. They are the younger Zedi.
Okay, so
They
Zedi.
were Manning Cup for Georges and Zuki.
What you remember Zuki's correct name because some of the people don't know.
They play for Georges, man. I don't remember Zuki names. There's so many players, Remember I coach club, university teams, intercollegiate.
So it's too many names. Okay, so those two you sent out of the team. But Bibi, so what did you do?
Came late.
Came late.
I
Okay.
watched that Stadium East and I raised my hand and said, don't come. Let your mother take you home back. Or your father who you come home.
Whoa.
It would be disrespect to the rest of them that come through gunshots to reach training 7. And them live uptown, driving to training and reaching late. How would I explain that to the players then?
Okay, understood. So you told them that?
Sure picks. Tell them what sure picks,
Team. Okay. All right. So all right. So I'm going to get a couple of comments and because I want to get back to that Ricardo Gardner story because he shared it when I did the interview with him. And then gonna ask you about Ricardo Fuller if he was a part of that U team as well. And what was that like? So all right, somebody said ask him about Tyrone James Joe, Jamaica under 17, 1993. You remember that name? Tyrone James. 1993, under 17.
No, I don't remember that name.
All
Teddy
right.
Roy Jones you're talking about. Why is Teddy Roy Jones?
Well, if it's Ted
Teddy Roy Jones was long before.
no man, we said Tyrone James. I know Ted Roy Jones from Stetson.
Joe, one of his the one from Clarendon.
Must be a
Tuba.
This is a Clarendon man, so it must be a Clarendon player. So I don't know.
Tuba play for Edwin Allen.
Yeah.
He was in the team. He made the team.
All right.
That team had Graham from Reno.
Michael Graham.
No man. Lucky.
Oh, Lucky C. Yeah, right. He was at Manning's with me, because we played We played youth football together. Lucky C. Williams. Because he played at Manning's. Yeah.
yeah. And the team was Geraldine, Kunta Kente,
Yes.
David McFarlane, Dalan Showers was the captain. And that is where me and captain fall out.
All right.
'Cause after winning, you know, the CFU, he said we couldn't win and promised the youths a lot of things. And because I didn't think that we couldn't win beat Trinidad. We defeated Trinidad. And then he had to pay up and didn't want to pay up. And then he came to me, he called me and said that I should bring back Zadie and Zadie and Zuki back into the team.
I think it's doing Marsuka.
Yeah.
Thank,
Zuki.
thank you, Dickie Bird. He says Craig Zadie and Duane Marzuka.
Yeah. So I tell Captain, say, I am the coach, he's the president, and he must allow me to do my job. You understand? You never go down good with him. And then we went to play, when we were going to El Salvador, we stopped in Florida too. He told the players that in Florida, they would get what he promised. Lionel McLean was the manager. I think Anthony Marks was the leader of the delegation. He didn't pay up the youth then. And I never take kind to that. You know?
Okay. So we don't want to go away because there's a lot of comments. Let me just follow a trend so everybody can kind of understand the flow. They will come back. So 1994 was because prior to this it was Jackie Walters who was the coach and you were the assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But in 1994, now you are the coach. Ricardo Gardner was in that team. Who else was in that team that you remember? That team that won, you said, the CFU championship at the under.
Anthony Curtis.
Oh.
Bert
from Excelsior.
Yeah. And Blacker McLeod.
Yeah.
And a youth where, boy, trust me, I have so much time. A youth named Johnny Russell from St. Mary. He was a great centre half. I never seen him playing a football after that. But Bibi was abundance of talent. But you know, you have to keep the thing real.
Yes.
You can have some players because they must start to get away with certain.
Gummy Ninja was in that team. Patrick Graham.
Yeah, man, Ninja.
Ninja, yeah.
Yes, him I tell you from Ninja.
All
Ninja
right.
great, you know.
No,
Ninja spend half his money in Miami before he reach El Salvador, you know, with one call, you know. Yeah, man, that's my son, Ninja. Great midfielder, man. Great reader of the game.
So Ninja and I play youth football together, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, very. I mean, Patrick Graham. I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder how these guys don't their career like.
Yeah, the Maestro, Ninja Maestro. Great player.
Yeah. So you took that team and they won the CFU championship.
Yeah, first time Jamaica was winning the CFU.
All right, and where was the competition played?
Telling Jamaica, you know. We demolish everybody, you know.
Canada, El Salvador.
We play named Alberto Frey.
From Norman Manley.
Yeah. He was a leader. He was the captain, but he was a leader. He inspired all of the players then. I didn't have to do much talking. Al was the man. You know, and I want to tell you too, Al brought out of that team, I'll ensure that Kunta don't go back to St. Elizabeth, you know. This is how Kunta end up at Norman Manley.
Right, because he was at Black River. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, man. Alberto Frey is responsible for that.
Here it is. Neil and me played at Black River High School before we went to Norman Manley, and I went to States. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that. They didn't know that Gerald Neal was actually from St. Elizabeth and played it for Black River.
No, but you see, let I tell you, when you used to select players, there's a lot of problem. You see, the people who control the parish, they want to push their players. Because I'm going to go back a little more. You see, 1986, 87, when we carried the first Jamaica under 17, Warren Barrett was the goalkeeper. When we went to Mobile first, we never said Warren Barrett, And I said to Jackie, Jackie, if it's one place I know there's a goalkeeper, it's Montego Bay. We need to call an extras and go down. So we find Warren Barrett.
Wow.
So we find Warren Barrett.
So,
And that team, that 86 team with Jason Taylor as captain, Jackie as head coach, we had a lot of good players. Gary Francis, Peter, Danville Monroe, Clock, a lot of good players out of that team. But they never transitioned by hurtful to see how them Anglo Jamaica football. David Hunt was the manager.
Wagga.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. A couple of questions. Number one is, who are some of the players that you have worked with in the junior system in Jamaica that, with the exception of Bibi Gardner, that you have seen transition to the senior ranks and really their career just took off and they went on?
The magician who I don't think Jamaica gave him full respect. Wiley Boo and William Harrison. Those are two players I think Jamaica treat them harsh.
Ricardo Fuller
Yeah.
and who?
When Ricardo Fuller came in, he was like a wire man. But trust me, who him don't dismiss is who him don't say. Wiley Boo. Trust me.
What did they do with Wiley Boo? Because I know you put Gardner in goal.
The pace couldn't. I don't think Wiley Boo could manage the pace at that time. I could be wrong. I apologize to him.
Yeah, because you thought he was too skinny.
Yeah. And at international level it go.
Yeah.
But Geddes was very slim to hang that chance, but sometimes you have to take a young player who can play the next tournaments with the team. And I think that is how Geddes got him.
Yeah, because
in the earlier days.
Because Ricardo Fuller did an interview and spoke about that,
Yes.
So you
Wiley Boo think I gave the uptown man them the blind, but not so Wiley Boo.
So go ahead, man, because maybe he's listening. I'm glad that you can look back and
No. Wiley Boo, listen me. If every Jamaican was like Wiley Boo, would have several players playing in Europe. You just track Wiley Boo movements from Jamaica to Scotland, come to England and play and reach the top. Most people would quit. Majority, 99% of Jamaican would have quit. So I have to raise my hand to Wiley Boo. You understand? And I know, say, Clarkey must feel proud of him, policeman Clarkey, no turn coach.
He's a coach at Tivoli?
No.
At Camperdown?
He was him coach Camperdown 1 year in Manning Cup, Because he's a Camperdown past student and he's with Ballers now. He do a short stint at GSC too.
Okay. The credit team. And I mean, so there's Ricardo Fuller, you just mentioned. Ricardo Gardner is the next one.
Yeah, man. Sorry for that is too, Ricardo.
And anyone else that really stand out to you that, I mean, you work with them at, like I said, the junior, because that's what we want to see. We want to see our youth footballers transition to the senior team.
Yeah, man.
And his career.
Yeah, Steve Garwood used to play right back. And I turned him into a centre forward. Great Bobla G. Bobla G no love football. He want to play because he come from jungle and football is a religion down there, so. Garfield Dyke, Jason Taylor, Sheldon Lawrence, Michael Frey, Time a dozen. Shemayan. We were playing now. Camperdown at Sabina Park. You ever see a man get a red card before he make the tackle? You ever
Yeah.
see that before?
Unless you're Mark Hagler Wilson.
Nah, man. When Shem leave the middle, going for a dance, Dirk start take out the red card out of him back pocket with the whistle in his mouth. As he made the tackle, the red card was out.
Oh,
Yeah, man. We had some wonderful time coaching the youths. Then you have a chap that used to play a Charlie named Brown Chap, playing the national teams. Tyler.
yes. I see Dickie Bird giving some name here. He said Brenton Lopez, Lucky
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah, Lucky C. Williams.
Yeah, Paul
Prendergast. Yeah, man.
Francisco, Richie Powell, Alberto Freed, Dallin Troz,
Yeah.
Bendu Son from CC. I don't
Yeah, I didn't remember him. Bendu son was a bit chubby, but trust me. Him could dip like him father though.
Telemax are some of the players under
Yeah,
U17.
Delimax, Sam Georges, Ernie, Ali Rose, Robbie the goalkeeper.
Okay. Okay. I see somebody asking, Donovan don't want to ask. I mean, why do you prefer coaching youth football than like big man football?
All right.
Because that's a place that you have probably spent most of your career.
All
Why?
right. Most put it this way. When you coach at the national level, when I was coaching at under 17, you have a lot of problem. Players come to you, can't control, can't pass. So I think the better coaches them should have coach at the junior level. Because even I get some players from I used to love the players them from South Side. Heitzman used to do a great job with them, and you see through a lot of houses are building downtown were old and they play scrimmage in them and they play in the street. Them first touch, excellent. And they were most of them well balanced.
Chippy McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasai. I never coached Kasai, but a lot of them, Nashi, Little T, Southside, a lot of players. Time of those. It's like in Rio. And up Rima too, enough players. Enough players. I coach some of them at Kingston, take Palmer and them. Those players, Arnett Gardens, Catchell King, Wicked Walk. Those players, Byron Earl, great first touch, man. You understand? Because Joe Down, I will tell you that I think one of the greatest players that Jamaica would have seen never last long. A youth named Rowan Palmer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people speak about him. So
Yeah.
you get the opportunity to help the younger players develop the basics of the game. That is why you prefer coaching at that level than at the senior level.
Yeah, the senior level. But I tell you straight up, because all no punches. You say if you're black, I don't think no way. You say if you're black and coach a national team, I'll get no support. That's the only job I don't want. Private sector, them now. I'm not going to give you the support. You have to smart and no, you're not going to get the punch. You're going to check it. Carl Brown, Kappa. The more people give them a warm time. Warm time. And we tell them, sir, that's the only job I don't want. And when you go there, I won't get that job. And I won't get no more Jamaica team for coach. Because I don't take talking. If I am the coach, I am the coach. I don't want no president or to tell me who to pick, who to play. And furthermore, I'm in this business long before them. Long before them. I know how to deal with things administrative. Because Russell Bell and Billy Master and ensure so boy, you get them formal training there when it come to
Oh, so
football.
your belief from what you have seen is that if you are, is it black or you think it is if you are from Jamaica? Because Paul Hall is a coach now. Do you think Paul Hall is going to get support because he's black?
Nah, get no support. I'm
Okay.
sure get marching orders.
So,
Trust me. I saw the system staying up. You see most coaches in Jamaica are big boys. 95%, or probably 99% of the coaches are big boys.
explain
The
explain
man-
to people don't
You see,
understand what the term means.
listen, the man who has spend the money want to tell you who for pick and who for play. And that don't work with me. This is why when I came back from El Salvador, Captain done away with me. Simoes claims that I rich and I don't take that. And him
That is
claims
something that you heard, or you just like by yourself? Are
I
you?
go by years, say.
Oh,
I go by years, say. Years not working at my school. She said to a story, you know.
yeah.
You
Because
have
some
can
person,
become on based on evidence.
I remember that during that time one of the things that was said, it basically kind of how you manage like a player like Ricardo Gardner in essence, because and I think that from that whole incident Simoes came in and kind of basically said, but here it is. It's always good to hear other sides, because that was out there in the street. We didn't know if it was true. So now what you're saying is that it had more to do with with
Listen, man. Listen. So when you coach at the national level,
yeah.
if you are not strong, you're gonna have problem. When once you're strong, you're gonna have problem. If you're a yes man, you're gonna play the puppet role. I can know that when the team lose and I go home to sleep at night and I know say it's not the right team, it's somebody. And the whole Jamaica want bash me. No. But I know I pick the team and I lose. And when I go home and I take my bashing, I feel happy. I don't want nobody pick no team for me. And oftentimes, that is what happened. Can I figure say that I don't know, but this match that catch Tapper too. That catch Tapper too. That catch Carl Brown too.
Okay. Okay. All right. So just a couple of things, because your Kirk Williams is saying that um he's saying that for the Kirk Williams thanks for your great coaching at Excelsior. Says dropping Ricardo Gardner for the under 17 team was a blunder. Hairstyle or
No,
something. Yeah,
no,
but you say you
no.
didn't drop him, you put him in goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And expecting that he would put himself in order and come back.
Okay. Okay. So
He
what you
didn't come back.
so he did not come back. It's not that you dropped him. You put him in.
No, man.
Okay. It's always good to get different. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you need to listen to, the whole side of the thing and stuff. I'm going to get, because we don't even talk about the Excelsior years yet. And I know you said that you're going to give us a good
But all
2 hours.
right, all right, all right. You
Because,
see 87, you see 87,
yes.
the man who scored the goal against Dunham for us to go in the final, he never played the final, you know. Did you know that? He was sent home the night before the final.
Who is that?
We call him Skinny Four. I can't remember his name. But he's my best friend now still. Can realize he was up when he should be sleeping. Max manager Ricky Fartello get a taxi and take him home. Because he's going to mash up the thing for tomorrow. Frank Brown them done, so we're going to get 6 already. You
Yeah.
have to focus, man. You can't have a Jamaica team go and represent, look like you represent you come. Your hat lean one way, your pants are drop off of you. No. That is for your time. When you represent the country, you have to dress certain way.
The good thing though is that I know that what Bibi said is that those things, in retrospect, he said that it was good because it was discipline. Though he says that, boy, I don't think here has to do with anything and how things have changed in terms of, because like now, you see guys playing with them here all.
Yeah,
But what he said, though,
different era,
era, yeah,
changes.
yeah,
Probably if it's no, I don't know problem.
yeah.
Love it.
Because the point I am making is that maybe some people took it further than he himself, the person, took it, because he saw it as a good thing in terms of helping him to understand that there's a way you ought to carry yourself as a professional footballer.
You run a business.
Yeah,
You run a business. And a man come for your interview in a polo shirt and him pants and drop off on him. You give him the job?
definitely not. And well, it depends on what kind of job and where in the organization he want to work.
At the top.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, so when you're representing Jamaica, you're at the top. You're an example for other people. You know.
No, that you mean you're making a very good point, and I think that's part of what needs to happen, because the truth is,
You must take pride. If you
yeah,
don't take pride, you won't play with no pride.
yeah. What I'm saying, is that you have a very valid point, and the point is that the youths have to learn professionalism from a very early age. And though it is not necessary to play the sport, it is important if you're going to be successful in the sport. And I think that is what some people miss. In other words, if I have a 15-year-old, of course, things have changed. There are certain things you're going to tell him, how, listen, when you're coming on and off the field, there's a way to carry yourself, because one day you're going to be in a professional environment, and how you attire yourself will be important. How you keep your gears will be important. So I understand the need for the discipline. But the question I want to ask you is, do you believe that imposing certain measures throughout your career, in retrospect, could have said, you know what, boy, maybe this player could have been I would have worked with this player, but it worked for some, but this one, boy, it messed him up. Do you look back and say, boy, you know what? How I approach the situation, especially in my younger days as a coach, I mean, in trying to impose discipline, I could have driven a youth from the sport.
No, I don't think I have any apology for that.
Okay.
Listen, if you check the history, Jamaicans, why you think when we were coming from Africa, they dump us off here and in Haiti? See the Barbican and the Trinidad and St. Lucia and Green, they behave different from us. Less aggression.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
It's a discipline, and I show most of my players, especially a lot of them from Wolmers, and say I abuse them and I disrespect them. But you see, now that they grew up, all of them tell me, so boy, coach, thank you, I tell you the truth, I never like you when I was at school, but you see when I come out into the world, I really saw what I deal with. Up to a couple of Sundays ago, Shemaya and I was talking, and I said, boy, coach, trust me, thank you. Because you really put the pressure. Yeah, but me want all of them have a bright future. Me, every youth that come to me that I coach, I treat them like my son.
Yeah.
My daughter is a doctor, another one of her masters, and if them don't do good in school with them exam and stuff, the TV lock off, TV's off. Just like that. You can't send your youth to school for 5 years. And after 5 years, you're looking at partner job, don't.
True,
And you
true.
lose all of your money. There's nothing for that. Me can't know say you come from the ghetto. Me supposed to ensure, so boy, me move you from point A to point B. That is my duty other than coaching football. I don't just want you for win a cup. There's life after Manning Cup. You want to enjoy. Or I'm coming on the bank. It's you missing. I'm not for join the line, even though I'm not cut the line, but you take care of the coach. You understand? Me love when me push the door into the corporate system. Me see my footballer them in charge.
So you're not really building footballers, you're building men.
No, football is secondary, man. You know, see how time hard with poor people, how much youths left in the street, how much youth are murdered, how much of them got to prison. You know want that. You want betterment for them. You want life after football. It's enjoyable. This win at all costs don't go my way, you know. It's more than win enough time.
Yeah.
Winning is secondary.
All right.
Life, life.
I see Michael Gordon saying, he's saying he remembers you saying, when in doubt, kick it out. Michael Gordon, and then he he was some manager, I think a manager at one point with the team, and so to that he says, it's me. I learn a lot from you both. That is from you and Bird. And he
Yeah.
says, today it has shaped everything in the formation of my business, home, and family. Think he was some manager.
Mikey. Yeah, enough respect, Mikey.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And Ryan was asking earlier who is the best goalkeeper in the last 15 years of Excelsior High School.
I know why I'm asking that question, you know. Him putting himself up front, you know, because there's not many good goalkeepers we have, you know.
What about Daddy Fly?
No, I never coached Danny Fly.
Oh, you did.
The 80s.
Uh,
Him know after Little Dave gone in 2005. This is why I'm asking that question.
oh, 15. That's 15 years.
That's smart job. Smart job. Smart job.
Yeah, but all right, just talk to us now a little bit about. We're gonna go back to the national youth setup, but go back to your Excelsior years because you haven't.
No, you have to go. No, you have to, where I live, Kingston Tech, you know. It's Calabar, you know. I was
yeah,
supposed to win Manning Cup 97, you know, and 98, you know.
with Calabar.
Yes, man. 97, we got about 13 straight and the competition abandoned. And there's only one man is gonna miss half that team. I only Big Palmer. He got scholarship, half the team. And I don't know. Sometimes you can't plan, you know, because the teachers then yeah, what a vice president, Mrs. Davis at Calabar. I don't know. I just came there 97. I don't know what took place before, but the team come down to about 25%. Who
Whoa.
don't go jail, go to Kingston Tech, who don't come back, team destroy.
So that's 97.
No,
Calabar
98. 97,
Yeah.
abandoned. We got 13 straight. Abandoned.
And then 98, the team shrink.
Yes. I don't know if it's disciplinary reason or exam them don't give them. Some of them no repeat. And believe you me, I will never forget that in life. And that's
Whoa.
one reason I would have loved to coach back Calabar just so that. I think I owe Calabar something.
Whoa. So whoa, you owe Calabar. Listen, we have a Calabar fan here. He's always in the chat. This is his name. He goes by the name, the moniker, Brain Drain. Brain Drain. Here's a man who believes he owes Calabar something. And he'd love to go back because we believe that Calabar had a very good team this season, but they
Just
just never produced the
them
results.
drop the ball. Drop the ball, them drop the ball, them drop the ball. Believe I see them play JC in the first game. And I said, why? This group here, this problem, Calabar is going places. I don't know what,
Yeah.
you know. I can't make no comment because I'm not inside. I don't know what happened, but from my view, the team should really go a little bit further. I don't say win, but should do much better. Because if you notice, the teams that also run, see,
Yeah.
are back in the competition and doing well. And none of those teams are better than Calabar.
Okay, that is true. That is true. Stats is doing well. Excelsior, KT.
You know, Karumi look at me and tell me, say, coach, see, now that St. Andrew take comeback, problem. I say, so oh, him say, problem. And the first match, they blew away St. Catherine. And I think they're going to reach in the semi-final.
They have more to play though, but we're not going to get there yet. So
That's a war.
that's the war. So 98, you left Calabar. 2 years and you left.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I went on to 2001.
Okay, so 2001. Oh, and you didn't win anything there at Calabar in it.
No.
Who were some of the players you worked with during that time? You remember any standout player in your time at Calabar?
Brian Bailey, Skillaci.
Okay.
But you take the book for it, you know. Mighty Mouse. There were some good players, but not much. But what happened now is that I was planning to stay at Calabar, you know. But you have an Excelsior password. Probably the only Excelsior man will give me respect. Paul McCallum.
No, man, you can't say the only Excelsior man and Ryan always. Ryan.
Ryan is a player. Paul McCallum come from a bodily. I'm say, coach, you have to come. I said, no, not with Excelsior. I said, you have to come.
Yeah.
Anyway, I take Mead and he took me to Mrs. Wilson, the principal. Mr. McCallum, the call is yours, and just me. First day I got training, I heard that all of the players, them, Harborview, Santos, Mona, Mountain View. I said, what is this? When minor league come, finish, they will come. I said, all right. Remember, I say, Seminis, Nashi, Narado, all cold suit. I think it's only two senior players, three. Yoe, what do you name Yoe, Ores, and Kino. Three senior players said. The other coach player said, this is the Manning Cup team. I said, no, coach, some man left to come. I said, this is the Manning Cup team. Anybody who's not here today, tell them, take Harborview or Mona, whoever, and play Manning Cup for them. And I tell you, when the players turn up, I came under a lot of pressure. But I don't will under pressure. I'm not a quitter. I stuck with those boys, and first two games, we lost them. I tell the boys, don't worry. You came into the competition at 60% fitness. As it goes on, we're unlucky. 2002. The referee squeezed me. Norman Manley, it wasn't a foul, they got a foul, they scored. The goalkeeper dodged behind the wall.
Who was the goalkeeper?
Patrick Jones.
Okay.
We lose 2-1.
Hold on a sec there. Before you go forward, let me just go back. Coach Halliman, with all due respect, 97 Calabar couldn't beat Dunoon. The Dunoon 97 team was better than the 98 team that won. Please, as Ryan Nelson, aka Bumpy, was on that team. I think Meadowbrook had Claude Davis that year as well, and Kirill Williams and Cadian and Donald Quarry had Little Bibi, that's his name was, and Priestley. Yeah, so but that this is all opinion based. So
because the competition don't play, I'm sure if the play would be saying this to me.
somebody's asking, let me just get this one quickly and then we're gonna come back. If Marlon Moss kept at KT while he was here.
Marlon Moss.
I think he named the keeper.
Yeah. Remember Marlon, man. It's a businessman, man.
Yeah, they're
I'm
asking
going to park. Yeah, man, Marlon, man.
how good a goalkeeper was he?
The way down the line. But he can help himself. He can help himself.
Can't help himself. All right. All right. Ryan LFC is talking about the same discipline thing. He said that you tell him that he need to leave that big booty girl alone. I don't know what big
Who is that?
Ryan. So you told him that. You're the one who told him that.
I can't speak what Ryan did, you know.
No.
We lock him up. We lock up the players in the gym because they don't want them escape, you know. What Ryan want, Ryan got it through the fence, through the grill.
The grill.
He
Anyways,
got it through the grill.
let's move on from that.
Let's see what I want to tell you.
Yes.
He knows.
2002, you say you got Norman Manley knocked you out.
Yeah, in the semi-final, I went to final and he won.
You went to the semifinals and lost to
Yeah.
Norman Manley, and Norman Manley won.
Yeah,
In 2002, which one of the Norman Manley team that was? That was with Andre Hicklin and those guys.
there was a left footer youth from Walter. I think so. But it was not a good team.
Yeah, Capo. Was it the team with Capo and Damian Williams and Andre Hicklin from Medieval and those guys? Think so, no?
Yeah. A lot of medieval players were on that team.
Yeah, think so. Okay, so that's 2002. All right, just continue to chronicle your Excelsior jersey.
Well, I tell myself, so that man Patrick won't go back in the goal. I'm going to use a goalkeeper, Little Dave, for 2003. And everybody say, this coach is a mad man. And one thing I let Dave know, say, don't listen to me now. You are the goalkeeper. Play. Bridgeport was a big team. There was a from Boyston. Is Dean his name? Thompson.
Yes.
Champion forward. But we had plans for him. But I tell you, we and Donun always having battles. Or me and Donun, not really the team. Me and Donun always having. I think they went up 2-1 in Spanish Town and Big Carl had a spray gun with water spraying. And I remember I tell Nashi and Q, it's push forward, it's one way out. It's either they give us six, or we win the game. We defeated them and end up in the final. And Bridgeport said it is 5. But we had other plans. You coach a team to play behind the ball. And I wasn't as strong as them. So I tell Zemnis, listen, first time you hold up and say goal, kick. We got 1 goal, and that was 2003. If they play into 2021, it's still 1-0, because they could never score again. We won Manning Cup. Almost everybody came back 2004. Smooth sailing, Manning Cup, Walker Cup, Oliver Shield, share with From.
Oh, so you won 2000 with Excelsior. Now you
Back to back.
Back to back. Okay. So now that is your 3rd Manning Cup title. You won 1 with Stats, 2 with Excelsior up to this point.
Yeah.
The 2nd Oliver Shield.
Yeah.
Right, and then
No, we got beaten in Oliver Shield 2004. Glenmuir.
Right, but and you shared one with From.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You said Nash was your standout player. What's his name? What's his first name? What Nash?
No, Nash was the standard. Ricardo Zemini's.
Ricardo Zemini's, yeah.
Scoring every Manning Cup final.
Okay.
Every finals. I don't think nobody do that.
Okay. So that's 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. What about your 2005 team?
Oh, 2005. Good team. Ricardo Scott has been captain and thing. I was supposed to attend a meeting abroad, request the time. was given. Both schools agreed, Kingston Tech and Excelsior agreed to postpone the match. Both schools agreed. When I went away and come back, I heard that the field was not marked. I said, but no field that's supposed to mark.
Because the game's supposed to be played.
Yeah, yes. No referee turn up. Anyway, I don't. Colonel Barnes and his friends them had other ideas. So they took away the points and we never get to go through. 2006, we reach a final. Goalkeeper again. This is why Ryan keep on haunting me. Goalkeeper problem. The goalkeeper dive over the ball. Rolling ball, you know.
Who you played in the 2006 final?
Bridgeport.
Okay. This is hardware team. Our Mattox.
Mattox. There was a chap from Boystown who scored.
Bigger. Was it? Is that was it hardware?
Hardware. I don't think hardware played on that team.
And it was Mattox, Darren Mattox.
I don't think it's Mattox.
Or only Bigger Thomas.
No, man, Bigger Thomas never played. Bigger Thomas is earlier, 2001.
Okay.
Is that? Well, I know it's a chap from Boystown.
Okay. So Bridgeport defeated you. Anthony Patrick got the better of you.
Yeah.
In 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And you continued at Excelsior for 2007?
Yeah, in 2007. We should have won 2007. Team with the Alonso Adlaman Company.
Yeah.
But, we reached semi-final round again. 2008.
Patrick Reed said the back-to-back win put you back in Excelsior good book, so everything good now, cool.
No. 2008 now, we reach semi-final round again. I reach Walker Cup, one Walker Cup with Ferguson.
That's Ian Fogo from Tivoli's son.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's on his father's birthday, he won it too. Schema. And a great midfielder. Ian Fogo.
That's 2009.
Yeah. 2008.
2008, okay.
And boy.
Somebody saying that the team that I was talking about, it was Mattox and Kennard Farbs, them.
Yes, that team. That team. In 2008, we won the Walker Cup. I think when the final played at Constant Spring, Calabar and Excelsior again. I think it's 11 penalties.
Oh.
And darkness and I said, but we share it. Alec Clark said, no. No, you're not sharing. So they make it the curtain raiser, the Manning Cup final. And that's the place I want it, inside stadium. 1 o'clock sonat was good. We gave them 5 love.
Okay. And that is 2008.
Yeah. 2009 now.
Yeah, that's when Hardware won it with Bridgeport again, I think.
I don't remember. We were supposed to win 2009. Why? The people them around, send out the players. We had players camping, And just before the competition start, the players slept at the camp with the players, Hot Isle, I'll never forgive him. Jump ship on us.
Hot Isle?
Yeah. I don't even remember him. I don't even want to remember his name.
What do you mean he jump ship on you?
Leave the team and went abroad.
But maybe he had no choice. Maybe his parents were filing for him and he didn't know. And Jamaica.
I'm coming to Excelsior. He went to Glenmuir. He went to George's. and they refuse him. You have a man named Mr. Phillips, Olo, name rest in peace. He was a man who was responsible for attires, get a space in Fort Farm for him. The school did everything for him. I had no problem if him come to me and say from early out, say, Coach, boy, I'm doing a thing, you know.
But you know, Jamaican things.
No, no,
No,
no, no,
no,
no, no, no, no, no, no, no. Him know that I put players first.
no, man. Here's what I'm saying to you. You see, Jamaica. It's a problem with Jamaica. Let me tell you what. Let me just tell you what I mean with Jamaica.
And I'm forward to him. It's people within the organization do everything and send them away. You know.
Okay, because what I'm saying to you is that sometimes with Jamaican is when them a go a foreign. I don't know what them things say. If them tell us them a go a foreign, you go punch out the plane or something. I don't know. Or probably you're gonna take off for the wings. But it's a culture. The part of the culture. People are going foreign. They say, don't tell nobody, don't tell nobody, don't tell nobody. So maybe that was the reason still. But go ahead and share the story.
No, no, no. People within the organization.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is why I say, boy, Excelsior. They send away four go a time.
A weaken the team.
Mash up all plans. Break the youth them spirit too. Cause I remember they were living in camps with the players. Them.
Okay. This
Just
is
before
2000,
man.
this is 2009.
Yeah,
Bridgeport and St. George's in the final.
yeah.
I think St. George's won.
And then 2010, we never did too bad. I think I take leave 2011 because I was really upset. So Core Bennett at Idle was like my son, and those players put me on the map. So I said, boy, I can't come and set up your program because it's only for a year.
So what year did Ryan? What year did Ryan keep for you?
It's after that one.
Oh, it's
2000.
after. It's when he returned back to.
Yeah, when I return,
Okay.
I spent a year and return.
Okay.
I took Idle to the next round and to Walker Cup. I think it was semis or somewhere quarter final. Idle. First time they were going through. And Mrs. Bennett, a great lady, man. She loves sports.
Yeah.
She loves sports, and Corey was behind me 110. Being my student and former player, and I really appreciate the opportunity he gave me.
All right. Because you didn't win anything with Heidel, but they advanced to this competition for the.
Yeah. First time in their life. And they were in the competition for about, I think it's the third year or second year. And they did. And because they never really believe in themselves, You understand?
So
And I couldn't stay another year with them. So this is a team that Jeffrey got. With most of the players in Barbican and company. And when I went back to Excelsior, boy, they destroyed the team. They sent away all the players them to GSC, Wolmers, everywhere. When I went back, there was nothing. But I'm a strong man, and my players believe in me. And went to work, reached semi-final of the Walker Cup or something. We did fairly well. Fairly well. And as Ryan can tell you, him dive over it. But you want to do those things, I won't kill him.
it's a Ryan dive over the ball.
They go Idle.
And they go Heidel. What about the center forward? He had a center forward called Sanchez. Big center forward in that Heidel team, and he plays with this guy who's scoring a lot of goals in USL right now. Oh Lord, what's his name again? Who was the forward in your team that time? The two center forwards in that Excelsior team.
Excelsior team. Who the fuck?
He's playing in the USL right now. You know, there a lot of people are saying that. I mean,
No, man. No, listen, man. The twin striker,
yes,
Motan Jeff, Benji and Brett, Nico Brett,
Nico Brett, right? Nico Brett,
genius, genius.
Nico Brett, right? Nico Brett, and who was the other forward?
Nico Brett supposed to be in the Jamaica team, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people said that he should. Maybe he's going to get called up for this. 'Cause you know they have a game, so maybe he's going to get called up. Nico Brett.
Listen, Nico Brett can play every position on the field. No man can kick penalty like Nico Brett.
Yeah.
No man can work like Nico Brett. Nico Brett is one of the smartest footballer I ever coached.
And who was the other forward that was on that team? Nico Brett and
Benji, Alan Benjamin's son. Benji was a centre half, you know. I was watching him playing in all age competition, you know. I said, who is you can kick the ball like this? And the coach have him playing around the back. I said, you want to come to exercise? He said, yes, sir. You sure? I said, yes. Oh, come. Never look back. End up playing for Waterhouse too.
okay.
When you introduce him and Nico Brett with 15 minutes to go, no matter what the team I lead you, we are going to peg them back.
Yeah. There was also a player that came from Kingston College, named Sanchez to Excelsior. I don't. He would have played in. His name is Sanchez, man. Played forward, for Excelsior, and I think missed a goal in that game when Ryan was a goalkeeper. Yeah, Nico Brett played. I don't know if it was that year or if it was a year after.
But it's best for Rima, man, to tell you, you know.
Because at this time you're no longer a part. You're no longer a part of the national setup, because what year did you walk away from the under 17? Because you said that whole discussion with you and Rene Simoes and Captain Bird, from that point you have not been a part of youth football.
No.
That was 1995?
Yeah. 1995. I gave it. And then, but in 2008, when Simoes returned, he came and looked for me and tell captain that he want to. Him said that I know talent, so he asked me, Jackie Walters, Dean with the Emerson Henry, Bradley Stewart. But more so, Jackie and I went around the country. And in so doing, this is how they reached back the World Cup in 2011, under 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to 14 parishes. Spent a lot of time looking for players.
Yeah. And Dean Swell is here, says Lebert Halliman, great coach, stern and character and team unity. Christopher Davis says, bless up coach Halliman.
Yeah. Dean get a raw deal too.
Yeah.
A lot of players get raw deal, you know. Yeah. There's another player named Flower, Peter King.
Oh, guard Peter King.
Yeah, him get raw deal too, you know.
Yeah, man.
Flower.
Yeah, man. He was part of the national setup as well.
I saw him and asked him what happened. I can't talk that on the show. Raw deal. Raw deal. Some players get some raw deal, you know.
All right, so let me ask you, because we have gone past the 2 hours that you promised me, but we're going to have to do a part 2 of this, right? But here's what I want to ask.
Part 2 can bring in intercollegiate.
There you go. Because we don't even touch that part yet. Because what I want to ask you is that, given what needs to happen, and we can start this and then we conclude it, pick up from here when we do part 2. What needs to happen to football in Jamaica for us to qualify for more youth World Cups at the under 17, under 20 level, and have more players coming through the youth system? Is it reshaping how schoolboy football is? Is it building academy? What are your solutions to the crisis with youth football and the transition of all of these Manning and the Costa Cup players into our national setup?
The first thing you have to do at the JFF, get the right people for the job. Don't get politicians. And when I say politicians, I don't mean JLP and PNP. You understand? Get the right, suitable people for the job. You know? I think we dropped the catch this last time when we didn't elect A.B. Stuart Stevenson and probably a Denzel Wilkes as the general said. You understand? We dropped the catch. And if you listen to even the players, these people still living in the past, If you listen to Leon Bailey and Onandi Lawson, those play intelligent youth, you can't fool them, and information that flow all over the place where they can easily access it. So when these people come in and showing gross disrespect to the players, then you understand? You don't expect, you need to get good administrators, and when you get good administrators, the good administrators know what the job needs, and they will get good coaches. Captain Morel sell about 1,000 certificates for coaching that can't coaching. You have to train people. It's good to go on the courses. These coaches need to spend some time. I spent about 10 years standing up behind Jackie Walters. Even when I'm winning Manning Cup. And I never try to push Jackie out of the way. Learn. When you travel, you learn so much. When you're with somebody experienced and you sit and look, you understand? You will learn. You need the best coaches to prepare the youths. You need the best coaches to prepare the youths. That man is a coach. Yeah. He's in charge of the program, but you have to have somebody who can teach the youth them how to control, pass, head. Then you do the tactical aspect of the game. As the man in charge, how the team is going to play. We have quick people who want to play like Brazil and we don't have the field. You notice how British teams them play? How them pass the ball around and because Georgia have a good surface. And them have a good coach. So them have to play well. You understand? You can't play upon Stony Gut without a good coach. I just a man will come and blow the whistle. You them can't learn. When the players come to the national team, tactically they are weak. Technically they are weak. Physically they are weak. Nutrition is an important part, The physical aspect. You watch how JC destroy stats. 3-1 down after 39 minutes and it's 5. Is how the team is prepared. They can go the trip. You understand? And until you need each parish supposed to have a technical director who supervises and ensures the talent is seen and honest. Each parish. You understand? We can get sponsorship, You understand? But you're not gonna get it because when you get the cash, half go in the pocket and half go elsewhere. It affect the program. It will affect the program. So your players need to get more exposure, better coaches. Trust me. When I went to Holland in 2005, Jackie, David Hunt and I, we thought we knew about football. We never know anything about football. Something to behold. You understand? And trust me, you see Jamaican coaches, they are good coaches, but they need the opportunity because every coach deals with the physical aspect, psychological part of it, tactical part of the technical. every one man doing all of that. Those days are over.
What about Mr. Um yeah, Mr. Alleman, what about the coaches who are saying that, yeah, we really want to spend more time to develop the footballers, but the school give us jobs, and if I'm a coach and the school give me a job, they're not giving me the job to develop the footballer. They are giving me a job for the school to win. And
Yeah, but
if I don't win, they're going to fire me. So, what should I do?
and this is why you have so much purchases. As you start develop a player, this year, next year he's at GSC, Clarendon College, KC, because they have a good program, they have the resources, the youth have to go.
To be honest, I think like more schools are doing that now. So I can't even, like, it's really, I don't want to sound fear to those three schools, but almost all schools are doing that now. Or let me say that more schools are,
More.
yeah, are doing it now. Yeah.
No, but when GSC, George's, KC come to the market, our Wolmers, who are putting 40, 50 millions in the program, like Trenchtown and Tivoli, what them can do. And Jamaican youth love sweets. Him go, head up. There's no way about it.
But the parent, well, but you just said it
And
earlier.
the parent I get a package too,
No,
Just
well,
like in track and field where them gets two over and fridge and them
but
things.
not that
So
though.
go.
But hey, let's use my example. So I have a son, right? As an example, hypothetically
No,
speaking.
but look at your level. You can't do that. You're a pastor.
No, no, man. I'm just saying hypothetically. This is not no. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking. So I have a son, and I'm in a tough area. He's going to a school, and you are developing him. All right. One of these schools said, listen, we can help your son not just to play football, but the school historically provides a better educational opportunity, and most of our players go on and get scholarship. As a parent, sometimes it's not even that you get a look of money in your pocket, but when you look at the success of the school in terms of people going on further, you may say, what truth is, that's a better educational institute. So if they want my son, so I can't even blame the school, because I think the federation probably need to take that foot, even if he's at that school, still be able to get those players together, like I said, with the technical director in the parish to meet with them outside of the school. Because I can't blame a school or a parent for sending their child to a school that they believe provides the best opportunity for their child. I don't know if I can blame them for that. Should they ideally, probably they should stay at the school they are, but I can't blame my parents if they look for the best opportunity for their child.
I totally agree with you to some extent with what you are saying, And this is
Yeah.
what I'm telling you. It will harm to Mr. Matalan son, right? Or probably your son. For one, there's parent in the home. There's mother and father in the home, right? First time it could work because you have the village to help you. That doesn't exist anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So if a man can get $200,000 for his son and him go to a better school, for sure I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that opportunity. You agree with me?
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I in this thing for 43 years. And let me tell you, some of the youth, some of them take, there's no program in the school for them academic wise, right? So when them go and them win 3 or 2 man in cup and them reach 19, where they gone back to where they started. That is not fair. You agree with me?
No, I agree with you, and because I have helped youth, and then I've seen those things happen where they go to a particular program in terms of a school, and then when the season is over,
No,
that's it
the
for that.
man who came to the school don't answer him phone no more.
There you go. But at the end of the day, yeah, and I know that exists, but like it is such a hard thing. That is why I'm saying that what needs to happen is that outside of the school system, because if we admit that the schools are not dealing with it in the best way because the emphasis is winning, then the federation needs to say, okay, since the schools are focused on winning, you can't blame them for that. Let us find a way to focus on the development, because all they have to do, is to train the players, because they already have the
Yeah,
competition.
but when I was going to school, right, the PE master, if it's cricket, and teach you to bat, teach you to bowl, how to hold the ball. In the football, teach you how to pass, how to control. In the school, that don't work no more.
So that is true. That is true. People, listen. We are 2 hours and 15 minutes. So there's a
Okay,
lot
part
more.
two.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
come up for part two.
yeah, man. So there's a lot more, because there's a next aspect of the whole journey that Mr. Alleman need to speak to. But there are so many persons commenting that I'm going to see I see Donald Bonito saying Coach Alleman have a knack for taking players from one position and playing them in another position and let them excel in that position. All right. And he says Carl Sewell was a midfielder, Carl Binger was a forward, and he transformed them into center halves on the 87 stats
That's true.
stats
That's true.
team. Um, his cousin Carl Halliman was an outside right, and he transformed him into an outstanding overlapping left back and that 87 team as well. So many comments coming in, just agreeing with some of the things that you have been saying about the need for better fields, better coaches learning from other coaches. When I was speaking to Mr. Halliman, I also said to him that Mr uh, Jackie Walters said that it would be good that the federation has a committee of you coaches where you can have regular seminars and evaluation of the coaches, because that's how you grow. We'll learn from others. They may not take everything you did in the past, because some of those things may not work now, but they can add to them. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can keep adding to the wheel that is already spinning and working. And so I want to end this first interview by giving you the opportunity to talk to, let me see, to kind of big up all of the schools. Let me call the names. Garvey Maceo,
Yeah.
Woolmers, KT, Stats, Calabar, Excelsior, Heidel, and the Barbican team as well. Did I leave out anything?
No.
All right, so go
We,
ahead.
the next thing, next time we deal with the clubs,
Right, so we need to deal with the clubs.
like the Hazards and the Marvelies and the De La Vega City and the Federals and the other
So we'll
thing.
deal with the club. So talk to us. Go ahead and just all the people listening, watching you right now, just go ahead and just give them your final word as we prepare to close out part one of our interview.
Well, I would just like to take the opportunity to say thank you for the opportunity for what you gave me today. Um, we are in a we are in the bottom of the barrel where football is concerned administratively, and that is the area we need to spend more time with, get good leaders, and the coaches they need to get themselves qualified. There are a lot of courses abroad, and ensure that when they return, the youth is where it starts. Start at the nursery. It's very important to, because if without the youths, we are going to be a failure.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Coach Alleman, again, big thank you to you. I know that, if they were all here and able to see you, all the players that you have worked with in all your years, 43 years in youth football. We can count the amount of youths that you have touched and impacted. There are people on these platforms that always mention your name. Talk to so many of the players from stats, and they mention you. From Woolmers, they mention your name. From Calabar, they mention your name. And so, stellar work you have done, and I know there is more that we are going to discuss. I want to thank you for your dedicated service to Jamaica's football. Your selfless work, because it was never about you. It's not like you could not have done any other thing because you're a businessman. I mean, you have other skills and knowledge and stuff. I mean, so you could have done other things, but you continue to dedicate your time to the furtherance of our football. And we want to say a big, on behalf of Jamaica and all the players and other coaches that you have worked with over the years, we want to say a big thank you to you. And I hope the schools and the players that you have worked with, though you didn't do it to get reward from them, will in due time, show you the honor and the respect that you deserve for the work that you have done over these 43 years in the sport.
Thank you very much.
Man,
See you in part two.
there you go. There you go. All right. So we'll call and talk. All right. Bless you. And I know the relatives will come and help you with the computer now.
Definitely so.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you have it, people. Coach Lebert Halliman. I mean, great work and service to this nation in the sport of football. We want to thank him again for coming on and being with us for these 2 hours and 21 minutes. Whoa, how time has flown. I mean, so much information he has shared and so much knowledge he has imparted. We look forward to talking to him again when we'll get into some of the other questions. So I hope you will rejoin us so we can begin to get deeper into the national program, his work within different national senior teams, and how his impact has changed lives in terms of football. We want to talk about those things in part two. I want to thank you for all the comments. We may not have brought up all of them on the screen or gave him an opportunity to, but I do promise you that in the next interview, we'll have him speak, of course, as long as he wants, but give you an opportunity to call in. Number one, we'll have that set up. So he'll be able to call in, you'll be able to call in, and also I'll let him respond to your comments more directly. Listen, thank you again. Right? I don't normally break these interviews to tell you to like or subscribe because it's way more than that. But now that the video is over, please, if you have not yet hit the like button, I ask you to just to go ahead and hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the platform, please go ahead and subscribe to the platform. There are so many names in the chat. I will not attempt to call all the names, but I want you to know that at 7 p.m. this evening, I'll be talking to Mr. Vin Blaine, right? Who has always been a part of the setup for the senior female team or female football. He's going to talk a lot about what is happening in Jamaica's football at the schoolboy level, the club level, and the senior level. He has recently been appointed the head coach. He works overseas helping other Caribbean nations, and he's going to speak about that. I hope that you'll join me for that interview. Again, I thank you so much. Um, Listen, this is what I'm good at. I'm not good at some of the other stuff. There are other vloggers who are way better at what they do and how they do it than I am. But this is what gives me the greatest joy. And I always believe, and I'll encourage you to do this. Do what you want to do, and people pay you for doing it. I enjoy doing it this way, learning and growing. Other vloggers have great programs going on. You can check those out. You saw some of them in here. Dre Anyweather, Coach Minzy from the Coach's Desk, Ryan LFC from Ryan LFC, Sports Frenzy. They were in here. Um, you have Reggae Boys commentary, the Formula, Unseen Sport. They all do it in their own way, and that's fine. This is how I enjoy doing it because this is what I love, and this is what educates me on the history of our football. Please, I encourage you to stay safe. And I challenge you to do something today to add value to someone else's life. Maybe it's a thank you. Maybe it's a good job, a word of encouragement. Maybe it's a good deed. But do something today that will add value to someone else's life. We're going to have a special giveaway later. We're going to give away some Tricknick products and we're going to give away 2 phone cards, right? We're going to ask some questions from this Coach Halliman interview in our later interview to give away some credit, and we're going to give away some Trick Nick products. So make sure you join us at 7 this evening. Enjoy the rest of your day and look to the hills from whence cometh your help. Your help comes from the Lord who made the heaven and the earth. Let me leave you with a word from our sponsors.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade.